persuasion. The next one is logos, and that's using facts, numbers, and information to convince someone. Okay, so the example they use here is a Snicker bar has 280 calories and 30 grams of sugar. That is not very healthy. So do you see the numbers they're using? They're using facts, numbers, and information. Can anybody come up with another example of trying to, using numbers to convince why going to school is a good thing? How could you use numbers to convince why going to school is a good thing? Anybody? Got to use numbers or facts.
Learn.
Okay? Could you add a number to it somehow?
I don't know.
And you could make something up. Let's just say, go ahead, let's see if Michael has something.
Let's say there's only 45 minutes in this class time.
Okay, so Michael said there's 45 minutes in this class. How about if you think about graduation rate? When you guys all become in 12th grade, how could you use a number? You can make up a percentage. If you go to school, I'll help you out. If you go to school every day, what's the percentage that you'll graduate high school?
12th grade, 18 years old.
Okay, and I'm kind of just trying to give you an example of how to use numbers. So if you go to school every day, the graduation rate would be 99%. Okay, that's using facts and numbers. It's something that has been researched and people know, and it's the truth. Okay, so they use data to kind of convince you. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best example, but using, people sometimes watch their calorie intake, so put that back up. Trying to convince you that it has so many calories in one Snickers bar and 30 grams of sugar. That's a lot. It's not healthy. So that's using logos. The next one is pathos. So this is getting people to feel happy, sad, or angry can help your argument. So the example is, your donation might just get this puppy off the street and into a good home. Okay, this is the example I gave before about trying to find a home for a puppy. They try to use your emotions. They try to make you angry, happy, or sad. Another one that comes to my mind, or I'll ask you guys first, can you think of any other advertisement in the newspaper, TV, on a billboard, where they use this strategy to convince you of something?
Yeah, they show pictures of little animals crying.
Yep, showing. So then what are they trying to do with those animals that are crying? What are they trying to convince you of?
To give donations and tell them adopt them and give them good homes.
Very good. So to give you a donation. Sometimes do you see they show people that are hungry? Did you ever seen those commercials to try and convince you that you should donate? That's playing with your emotions. Okay, the next one is ethos. And this one is, if people believe and trust in you, you are more likely to persuade them. The example is, believe me, I've been there before, I'm just like you. Okay, so that's another way to persuade someone. So I think the judge, when we were judging your groups before, I forgot your name, Kimberly, and was it Cassandra, were chosen by Mr. Strike because for this reason. He believed them. He said they were confident in how they presented their case, okay? Can anybody think of any other examples for this strategy to convince someone? What's that?
Speeches.
Speeches? Oh, so, how do you think? So think of if someone's going to persuade you by, they're saying, believe me, I've been there, I'm just like you. So, any examples? This one's kind of tricky. I'm trying to come up with one myself. Anybody else have a good example for this one? So, let's say I'll give you an example. I have a vehicle that's, this is the best I can come up with right now. I drive a certain kind of a vehicle, and I like that vehicle. So let's say it's Hondas, okay? So if I have a friend that's trying to buy a vehicle, I might use this strategy to try and convince them. I have a Honda, it's got 200,000 miles on it, you should buy one. It's a really good, reliable vehicle. So that's my example. Does that help you guys come up with one? Because I'm relating it to me on what I have, and that's how I'm trying to convince them.
Save 50% on car insurance?
Go ahead, say it nice and
Geico.
loud. That was good. What was yours?
Save 50% on car insurance by Geico?
Geico, so that would be another one. So maybe if you were using this, let's pretend what, Michael, you would have, you know that because why?
General.
Well, because maybe your mom or dad has that insurance, so that would be kind of how this strategy would work, because you know somebody that has had it. Victor?
State Farm or something?
State Farm is another insurance, so maybe your parents have State Farm and you know, so you can try and sell that to somebody else. Okay, good example. Okay, 2 more strategies. Heroes, this is trying to convince your audience that this issue is so important you must act now. Before reading the example, because can anybody think of anything? Look at the price tag here, maybe that'll, or look at the price tag, the symbol for that one.
On sale?
Okay, raise your hand. What would you use for this strategy? Go ahead.
Buy something you don't know what it. Buy something that you don't know what it is.
That you don't know what it is? Well, how would a store, using a price tag, convince you if you walked into the store to buy something? What are some tactics that stores use?
Have it half price.
There you go. So having it half price. So that's another way to persuade someone to buy something. Kimberly. Huh?
I could look at people to like if something costs too much, like pay less.
Yep. Very good. I think you're right on it. If something costs too much, the people trying to sell you something, the price tag might convince you, if they've got a red sticker on it with half price, it might convince you to buy it, that it's a good deal. Have you guys ever driven by a car lot and have seen on a Saturday that they put something on vehicles to kind of draw your attention to it?
Yep.
You know? Victor?
When you went to like furniture gallery,
Okay.
and then the persuading things like our couches can't wait to meet you.
Okay, so Victor brought up a very, very, very good point. It's using a slogan, okay? So people might use catchy phrases, and Victor said at a furniture store, they said our couches can't wait to meet you, okay? So that's like a slogan. What is a slogan for McDonald's? Does anybody know it? I keep using McDonald's. It's two words.
Mickey D's.
It kind of uses your emotions.
I'm loving it.
There you go. I'm loving it. Okay. All right. I've got last one
They're
here.
all waiting in there.
Okay. Last one is research. Using reliable research can help your argument seem convincing. So a recent study. You can use a recent study for students to watch TV during the week. A recent study found that students who watch TV during the week don't do as well in school. There is research. There's people that take people that watch TV and see how they do in school, and people that don't watch TV. So it's using research. Okay. Any questions? Yes. Nope. Any questions? Thank you, you guys.